All right, I just want to sit down with you for a moment because this is nearly my 50th episode about sailing on YouTube. And it's actually the second to last episode that I will have aboard my boat, Giraffe. But don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I have big plans for my YouTube channel. I have a new boat in California that you'll soon see. I have adventures with travel I want to show you. I have a motorcycle trip through Mexico that I'm excited to put up on YouTube, DIY projects, and much more. But because we're coming to the end of our trip with Giraffe, I felt that I owed you a summary of our journey up to this point. You see, it all started back in Annapolis. I bought a boat, a Beneteau First 38. Well, here's the new boat, y'all. I spent months and months working on that boat. This time we're trying to get I then set out for a grand sailing adventure. It's happening. It's happening. And just like that, we're off. On day one, a line got caught in the prop and I had to jump in the freezing water of the Chesapeake Bay to untangle it. I can definitely get it. My crewmate and I continued south. It was great. We saw dolphins, ships, and great memories. But in South Carolina, my crewmate jumped ship. I was left solo. It's these moments in life when you have to make big decisions. I decided, screw it. I'm going to continue this adventure no matter what. And that's it, we're heading off solo. My heart's kind of pounding. I just left the fuel dock. Well, this is it. Middle of the ocean as far as the eye can see. So even though I had never before tried to solo sail in this particular boat, I decided it was a good idea for my first outing ever to go 4 or 5 days non-stop from South Carolina to the Bahamas. I must have thought by this time I was a salty sailor. However, the Gulf Stream had different plans for me. The Gulf Stream is essentially a northern flowing river with strong currents in the middle of the ocean. And it kicked my butt. I hadn't slept in 3 days, and my boat was having all sorts of issues. Even though I had my sails up and I had... Sorry. Long story short, I decided to turn around and make my way back to Florida where I continued down the ICW. Then my friend joined me, Sam.
And we're having fun.
Sam and I sailed for a week or so and made it to the Bahamas. Sam left, and I spent the next few months exploring different islands in the Bahamas, including a lovely week spent with my girlfriend Stephanie exploring the Exumas. I also showed you how I got fresh water on Long Island. I did a bit of fishing. Fish on! Fish on! I showed you a full episode of me pulling up anchor while solo. Then there were dolphins and dinghy repairs, helping a fellow boater in distress, and swimming pigs. Then most recently, Dave joined me. As you learned last episode, Dave is like Popeye, but instead of spinach, he eats baby food. Our plan is to sail back to Florida, where I will sell Giraffe. This brings me to the current episode. We are in Nassau, in the Bahamas. We decide to explore the city with one primary mission. You will see more about our mission later in the video, but our goal is to explore the famous Atlantis Resort without having to pay all the crazy entry fees. Now, the audio in most of my footage today is bad, so I'm going to narrate most of it. But first, some distilled wisdom from one of my favorite books. One practices the art of adventure when he breaks the chain of routine and renews his life through the reading of new books, traveling to new places, making new friends, taking up new hobbies, and adopting new viewpoints. Wilford Peterson. First stop, find a dinghy dock at a marina in Nassau Harbor. Then explore the town. It's a little sketchy in Nassau regarding dinghy docks because most marinas don't like you using their docks unless you're staying at the marina. So we need to covertly case out the area. we had to get off the boat for a bit, walk around Nassau just to kind of see what the land life is about. So we're checking out downtown Nassau, or what is this area?
This is downtown Nassau.
Yeah.
This is where the cruise ships come in. The only reason this area is like this is because of the cruise ships. And as you notice, there's not a lot of people around.
Yeah, Dave was telling me just a few years ago the place was a lot more people, a lot more shops, and well, now it's actually you can't really can't judge this little block for what I'm talking about, because this is the only block we've seen so far that's actually got shops open and people around. We've been seeing pretty much just a ghost town other than this couple of blocks. So I'll give you some sights and sounds of Nassau. While today we're not doing any sailing, sometimes you just have to get out and explore. This town is the quintessential port town. It lives and breathes off boating, marina life, fishing, and everything ocean related. It was pretty cool to check out. We're about to go explore the famous Atlantis Hotel. It's the place to check out here, Nassau.
What can I say about Atlantis? You got plenty of money in your pocket? Yeah, as long as you got plenty of money, it's a great place. But if you can sneak into the pool area with all the fish, yeah, no sweat. It's a great place to go.
There she is, the Atlantis Hotel. It's probably the most iconic place in Nassau. It's sort of like a Disneyland of the Bahamas, but without the theme park rides. As the starving sailors we are, we're wary of this place, because just like Disneyland, everything is overpriced. Dave told me about this huge aquarium they have that's really cool, although they charge $30 or $40 to see it. Okay, so the aquarium entrance is down there. That's where we're headed. We walk through the lobby and the casino. I turn off the camera for the casino. Probably can't have the camera in here, but... And here is the aquarium. We lucked out because there was a guy right here checking for wristbands, but he must have taken a break, so we just walked right by. Hey, we're only going to be in there for 5 minutes. We left there and had some lunch at the Green Parrot Bar and Grill. No diving, just in case you didn't know. Next stop, a grocery store. Okay, we got to restock a few provisions here in this nice little market. It's actually a great market. It's called Fresh Market here in Nassau. It's like a Whole Foods. Prices are high compared to the U.S., but actually they're lower than a lot of the other islands we've been to. What do you have to say for yourself? this guy was really mad at me for having my camera on. And that's it. That's our tour of Nassau. Right there. We head back to the boat. So, some of the other challenges of cruising a sailboat is that sometimes your anchorages are not super protected and it gets a bit rolly on anchor and it's a bit unnerving. So right now we're about 18 knots of wind here in Nassau Harbor, which is typically supposed to be a very protected area, but I don't know if you can see this on camera. To be honest with you, you can't even tell on camera because I'm looking through the back screen. It's hard to show these things on camera. It's actually funny because I'm looking through the viewfinder on the back and it looks like it's super clear. It looks like it's just a flat, calm sea, which is couldn't be further from that. I guess you'll just have to take my word for it, but the point is, sometimes literally you have no safe harbor. You just gotta anchor and trust your anchor. Hope for the best, but then you don't get a good night's sleep because you're worried the whole night. But that's what we can do for now. Okay. Well, you can't really get the idea, but I'll just narrate it. I'm sure you can tell the wind.
Swam down a few feet, then swam out about 15 feet. And then I headed for the surface, and a big grin came over my face, and I said, God.
We're just watching this miraculous survival at sea video about this sailing incident on YouTube. I'll link it below, but this is kind of what we're doing as we're hanging out for the evening. That does it for this episode. Thanks for watching.